Hey guys, I decided to do Bentley's night routine. Right now I'm just getting his arm and his gown, so I guess we can start from there. So the first thing I do is I put him in his night pajamas, so he's wearing a gown tonight with cuffs because of course he is a newborn, and of course he will need cuffs or mittens to make sure he does not scratch himself. So he has one arm in, and we need to pull the arms down to make sure this other arm goes in. Because you need to make sure the arms go in properly. If they don't, then the arms can get damaged. So yeah, we just put the cuffs on. The cuffs are on his hands already. So he looks so cute with little mittens on. And my friend Hazy is sending me some mittens. And like a whole thing, and I think it should be here tomorrow, so I practice opening tomorrow. And he'll be in his day outfit tomorrow, because he'll be around 11 something before the package gets in. So he'll be in day clothes. I might do a few videos tomorrow before I do school, because I think we're going to go to this place tomorrow. It's my brother and sister. I'm not telling. So this is what he looks like in his night outfit. Here's the gown. It's a really cute gown too. Baby boys do wear gowns, even though they're not gowns. Okay, so he does have his socks on because his toenails are really long. Plus they go with the gown. So yes, let me put his hat there. So now I'm gonna finish feeding him his bottle. So let me get his formula. I'm trying to remember what I did with the open one. I don't really remember. I guess we can just use this one. So I'm just gonna open this one. Never mind. We're just gonna put this one up because he really don't need it, but I am going to put a tad bit more lotion in his milk. We'll use his formula tomorrow because I might use it all tomorrow because I don't want it to go out of date and like make my room stink and stuff. So I might use all the formula tomorrow in like different bottles. So this is just his bottle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unscrew the lid, put the there my ankle, and then just screw in a little more lotion. Just to make it look more realistic, because sometimes it's the flavor, the smelling, and like the flavoring, like the flavoring of milk goes away, like the color of it goes away. I really don't like that. So I'll just hold the tip even though it's already sealed. And I just shake it up. And so now it looks more like milk. So yeah, he just drinks this much. And what I do sometimes is I do cover him up like this and bring him into my arms with this blanket like this. So this is just what it looks like when I'll cuddle up in my arms, and I do put this one over him too. It does get cold. So now we're just going to put his burp cloth under his chin, and feed him. And I don't feed him all of it. I feed him a little bit tonight and a little bit before he really goes to bed, which will be after he falls asleep in my bed, because we watch movies, I read him stories. But tonight I'm going to be reading a fairy tale. So he's all done with his bottle now. So now what I do is I unwrap him from this blanket, and I lay it out, and then I burp him, because he really doesn't need to be burped. Good boy. And then I put his blanket and I lay him back down. And I do take my burp cloth and put it with my bottle, just in case I want to feed him some more. And so yeah, so the next thing I do is I just throw all my covers over there, and this is his tomorrow's outfit. his like he's gonna want to eat food tomorrow. So I just do that, and then I move all my pillows that are on that side, and then I move my pillow to that side, and then I put all the pillows that are on that side like on the floor, except that one. That's the one I use. And then I just leave the rest of them so they think they're really cute and they have a really cool decoration to my bed. So then he just lays right. Let me move so he can see where he lays. And he just lays right here. My pillows do go up like that. So he doesn't, but he does lay like this. So he has a pillow fort around him. So that's just like how he lays and stuff. And then of course he will be swaddled in a blanket. So he's gonna be swaddled in this blanket because I think I will be getting 2 more blankets tomorrow. But I do believe that swaddling a baby is like really nice for the baby. And then you just like neck right there. Good, and then sorry. Oh, that's so waddly. That's so waddly. I don't think this is a really good swaddling a blanket, but I believe it will do. I do believe this is the only other blanket I have in my custody right now, and in my room, because my other blankets in the living room. So apparently I want to pin it down, so I'll just take a baby pin and put it gently through the blanket. Because I don't want to damage the blanket. It's a really cute blanket. Because I don't want to damage him. So I just tuck it out, and he's all tucked in. He's all tucked in, swaddling. So he just really does like swaddling a little. Sometimes he gets frustrated with it, but I mean, other than that, he really likes it. I just think it's really soothing for him. I do sometimes swaddle him in this one, which I might actually do that tonight and just like let him lay on this one. But this is like a better swaddling blanket to use. So he's just gonna stay swaddled in this one. I really don't have any other blankets to swaddle him. Plus this is a really good padding for a baby to have when it is going to sleep. So he does lay his head like this on the ground sometimes, but it don't like lay on the ground. So I do end up taking my smallest pillow of all and putting it under his head so that he can lay his head down, because sometimes he does not like to lay his head on the ground. So this is just what he looks like when he's in bed. And of course I do put all of his other stuff back in the box, and we do go to bed. So we'll just close that right over there. And I do sometimes put him back in bed. Sometimes he lays in bed with me all night. It just depends. So now we're going to read a fairy tale out of our fairy tale book. So we're going to read the fairy tale of The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid. So this is the front page. And it's just sometimes puts him to sleep, and it doesn't, so we're just gonna lay him like that. I might unswaddle him because it does look like he is swaddled up a bit too heavy. So we're just gonna read half of the story, read the rest in sometimes. So it says, in the darkest, deepest part of the ocean lived the old sea king, his 6 mermaid daughters, and the girl's grandmother. The Sea King had a long, grizzled beard, and he ruled the ocean creatures with wisdom and kindness. The youngest of the daughters, Princess Melody, had blue eyes, long blonde hair, and a sweet voice. All who heard it could not help but stop what they were doing and listen. No one could resist Melody singing. Being a mermaid, Melody had a fishtail instead of legs. It helped her swim underwater and play with her dolphin friend. Grandmother told many stories to the young mermaids as they laughed and combed their long hair. It's not right. It is. The mermaids had their favorite tales, and they made Grandmother tell them over and over again. Some of the best stories were about strange creatures called human beings who lived above the water and moved about on legs. It was the costume that a mermaid be allowed to swim to the surface on her 16th birthday to see these strange beings. Melody could hardly wait. On that day, Grandmother took Melody aside to give her advice. Today is a special day for you. You may swim up to see the humans, but you may not speak to them, and you must return at once. Melody darted to the surface as quickly as she could fan her fishtail. When Melody reached the ocean waves, she saw a sailing ship anchored in the distance. She swam over and was amazed to see so many strange creatures, two-legged ones, strolling and dancing on deck. One of these creatures was a tall, handsome prince. She could tell he was a prince because he had a crown on his head, just like she did. I'm going to let y'all look at him while I scoot back and read my book. I'm going to lay down. So it says, he had a crown on his head just as she did. Melody sighed. Oh, I think I'm in love with this wonderful being. Just then a bolt of lightning flashed. The sky turned black and the waves rose up. The storm lifted the ship high on waves. Wind snapped it in two. The prince was hit on the head by the ship's mast and knocked overboard. He was too dazed to swim and began to sink beneath the sea. Melody crown slipped off as she rushed to catch the prince, but her dolphin friend caught it in his mouth. She flipped her tail and carried the prince to the nearest shore. His eyes were closed, so he did not see who saved him, but he did hear many things. Come on, go back up. Go back up. Sorry guys, he's wanting to be cranky. I guess he wants to lay like that. So that's all I'm going to read tonight. So I really don't feel like finishing it because I'm really sleepy. I guess it's time for me to log off now. I'm going to finish feeding him his bottle, which I might want to see, I might not. So I'm going to put y'all back there. I can hook y'all back up to my computer, to my charger because it's about to die. And look, I'm actually going to undo this because I just don't think he's having fun. And he is getting cranky. He hates having his arms down like that sometimes. So that'd be why he's getting cranky. He also hates having them in cuffs. But he has to have them in cuffs. So, yeah, I'm just going to finish feeding his bottle. And it's great that he is laying up on a pillow. But he is going to be rolling over on my hand. So I can finish giving him the flash. little bit of formula. I'm sorry if y'all don't see my head. Doubt y'all can. So I'm trying to see he's not eating. There we go. He's done with his milk. I don't like him, Peter. Burp. It's just a burping. Good boy. Because he did spit up a little. So, he's happy now. Happy that he got to get out of that misery. I do pick him up a little sometimes, but now he don't have to with a pillow, but sometimes he likes to lay with a pillow just because it's a nice comfy pillow. My grandma made it. Apparently it's gonna be nice and comfy. So I guess I'm just gonna sign off. I guess he's gonna go to bed. I'm ready for that too. It's 10:09 and I've had a long night. I did put his bottle over here with him. I'm sorry if y'all see my back. And I put my Eggo over here with him because he likes my Eggo. So yeah, bye.